the end of the official week. Now we got the weekend to look forward to. I don't know if anybody saw my Facebook post yesterday, where it's funny how things work nowadays with being all computer driven. My wife has a BMW, and and we got it just before COVID really hit, and so we've probably driven the car a couple of hundred miles this year. I mean, just haven't gone anywhere. And then, of course, the message comes on the car, goes, car requires service. And I contacted the dealership about it. And they said, yeah, it's like the computer knows when the car was made, and it estimates, time and all that, and tells you it. And they said, obviously it doesn't need the service because you haven't driven the damn thing, but you need to go in and have it checked, just because otherwise the warranty can be, all that kind of nonsense. And so they brought me a loaner car, and they drove the car back to the dealership. And when they popped the hood, there was like this big, a rat's nest underneath, on top of the engine on it. That is probably one of the most beautiful pieces of sculpture I've ever seen. It is absolutely exquisite, and it brought in flowers. The whole thing's surrounded with flower petals and all this. But apparently it got in, built all of this out of insulation, and wiring's been moved around and stuff. So all of a sudden, I thought the car was just going in for like an oil change. And man, the estimate is unbelievable, because they have to pull the engine and the transmission out of the car to access the damage areas that have happened. I mean, it's unreal. I've never had anything like this happen before. So I've been dealing with that, and and I've got a deductible, but it's going to be way beyond the deductible. Thank God I've got the insurance for it, and so that's been fun. We just had our band weekly Zoom, and we got a bunch of stuff coming up that we're going to be dealing with, which I'm looking forward to. They're saying now that 1 out of every 3 people in Los Angeles has COVID, and every 6 minutes somebody dies from it. And now all of us have been super cautious and are negative, and we were going to be doing a video, and now we're rethinking how we're going to do the video, because it was going to be a live performance, and even under the most strict of circumstances. I have friends that I've been talking to that have been absolutely adamant about how they've been away from people and not exposed themselves at all, and went to one place, and next thing you know, they've got it. So it's pretty insane. So we're going to have some Zoom meetings this week to discuss options on how we're going to approach the next one. And then I'm going to jump in on a Zoom at 2:00 today that Denny Tedesco, who did the Wrecking Crew movie and who's doing our documentary film, is doing a Zoom, and I'm going to sneak in as a guest on it and give him a bunch of crap on it. I'm looking forward to that. And then another Zoom interview at 4:15. So day's kind of packed. I'm going to run by the loading dock quick. I've got some books to drop off today. And that's about it. So I was thinking about musically, kind of what to do today, and I came up with something that was really another area that I've enjoyed playing in, that I don't get to do that often, and it was really fun to do it. I've wrote a couple of notes here because I want to be on top of things here. This was from 1992, and there were several rhythm sections on this because it was cut in different locations. But we cut out here in Los Angeles, and the artist on this is the great Flaco Jimenez, who's one of the greatest button accordion players ever. He was in the Texas Tornadoes and did all kinds of stuff. I mean, he's an amazing, amazing player. He's got one of the biggest signatures on Frankenstein Let me see if I got it here. Where is Flaco? Oh yeah, here's Flaco is right there. That was from when we did the album. So needless to say, this is Frankenstein on this. But I did a couple of the tracks on the album. Bill Halverson, who I worked with many times, who was a great engineer producer, engineered and produced this one. And it's a great cast of people on the songs that we did. The first song I was going to play is called Change Partners, and it's a song that it's Flaco and Stephen Stills on it. Background vocals are Dwight Yoakam, Emmylou Harris, Harry Stinson, and Holly Dunn. It's Willie Ornelas is playing drums on this. I love Willie so much. When we did all of the old Mike Post TV shows, it was either, on most dates, it was either Willie Ornelas playing drums or Mike Baird playing drums. And Willie's, just his pocket is so deep. He's such a great drummer. Oscar, I think Teller, I can't remember his last name. He plays the basso sexto. Jimmy Day is playing steel guitar in it, and Al Perkins is playing lap steel on this track. And it's a great song, really fun to do. And it was so much fun just because hearing that sound of the accordion on this, the button accordion is such a unique instrument. And Flock, I mean, we were like 10 in the morning, we were in there, and he was just raging. It was really fun, man. It was such a good session. So I'm going to go ahead and play Change Partners, and then there's another song after that I'll give you a little description about, and that's a song that he did with Dwight Yoakam. So here we go. This is Change Partners from the album entitled Partners from 1992, the great Flaco Jimenez. There we go.
There's pride. Please and remember, and don't get too close. You're one special one. It will take all the fancies and run. So we'll change partners. Time to change partners. Always this is how most of our ladies grew up at the country club dances. They learned how to handle the boy.
Yeah.
Gently but firmly, they learned to say no. There were four more young men who were waiting in the color and the noise. So we'll change partners. Time to change partners. Always change partners. All again.
Such a beautiful instrument.
So we'll change partners. Time to change partners. Always change partners. All again.
Uh-oh. What happened to that? Hold on one sec here. Oh, man. I just wanted to lose that one thing, and all of a sudden I've lost. I have to open up. God. Oh, man. I just. Hold on. I had this all ready to go, and just thought I was getting rid of that one song, and next to. Okay. A-I-M-I-M-E-N-E. Hold on one sec. I'm almost there. Hold on. You can all edit this out at home. This will be fine. Okay. Okay, now the ad is running here. Oh, Jesus, I sort of always think, I got it. And then it just turns into Mr. Potato Head here. This is unbelievable. Okay, we're going to edit out that whole section, I'm going to move on, though. So we're back to Flaco Jimenez. Jesus. This is a song called Carmelita. And this is a song written by Warren Zevon that we ended up doing. And this is with Flaco and Dwight Yoakam on this one. Now, the acoustic guitar on this is John Gou, G-O-U-X, who, when we did all the Mike Post TV shows, John was one of the principal guitarists on all those TV shows. And John and I have done lots of projects together. The electric guitar on this is Pete Anderson. And the requinto guitar is Richard Bennett. I believe that was overdubbed afterwards. And then it's me and Willie Ornelas on this. So this is really another cool tune. But there's something, it's like one thing when you see a traditional accordion and you see the keys on it like a keyboard. It makes sense to me on that. When I look at the guys playing button accordion, I just go, man, what is this thing all about? It's such an amazing instrument. And anytime I got the chance to play with any of the Tejano or Tex-Mex players, man, I just love it. And anything that's of Latin flavor, to me also is something I really enjoy. I really had the great pleasure of doing a whole bunch of the Latin Grammy Awards and got to play with all kinds of stuff. And there's a great guitarist in Los Angeles named Ramon Stagnero. And he would play, I've done sessions with him, but he would be one of the main guitarists on those things. And man, just his playing is amazing. We would do people like Pepe Aguilar and just a whole bunch of them. At some point, maybe I'll start visiting a bunch of those artists. But for the moment, I'm going, now that I've dredged it out of my my faux pas there, let's go ahead and listen to Carmelita featuring Dwight Yoakam and Flaco Jimenez. So here we go. Yeah.
I hear magic static on my radio, the tubes that glow in the dark. There with you in Ensenada, and I'm here at Echo Park. Carmelita, hold me tighter, yeah, I think I'm sinking down. And all strung out on heroin on the outskirts of town. Well, I pawned my Smith & Wesson, went down to meet my man. He hangs out down on Alvarado Street by the Pioneer Chicken Stand. Carmelita, hold me tighter, yeah, I think I'm sinking down. And I'm all strung out on heroin outskirts of town. Well, I'm sitting here playing solitaire with my pearl handle dead. The county won't give me no more methadone. And cut off your welfare check. Carmelita, hold me tighter. Yeah, I think I'm sinking down. And I'm all strung out on heroin on the outskirts of town. Carmelita, hold me tighter. Yeah, I think I'm sinking down. 'Cause I'm all strung out on heroin on the outskirts of town. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I always love Dwight too, and I really appreciate him for the fact that he's really such a good actor too. And the minute he loses like the hat and disappearing under that and just becomes this other guy, and Sling Blade, he was so great. I just really appreciate it. A few of the guys that act that are musicians that have crossed into acting really do pull it off really well, and he's one of them. And what a great song, Zevon. When you really study the lyrics on that, it is out, and it's great. But it's really funny. It reminds me of a story when, because they're mentioning handguns in this. And I remember years ago doing a project down in Nashville. And it was at a time, I think Eddie Bayers had like one of the first Akai samplers at that point. And we were doing this album, and there was a guy who wrote one of the songs on the album. And he wanted to come by the session and hear how this was turning out. He was so excited that one of his songs was being cut. He was a new writer. And one of the lines in the song was something to the effect that, the gun's on the nightstand, I can't take it anymore, kind of a vibe to it. I don't remember exactly, but that was the idea of it. And Eddie had this great sample of a shotgun in his Akai sampler. So we did the song, regularly and made it exactly the way it was going to be for the record. And then we did another version for when the guy got there to hear how his song was turning out. And when the line came about, the guns on the nightstand, I can't take it anymore, all you hear is and then there's no vocal for the rest of the song. And just all of us sitting there kind of watching this guy, because he was so thrilled that his song was being cut, but this wasn't the intention of it. And just the tension that was building in the air, like us just all dying, knowing that this guy was probably flipping out over this. And then we all finally started laughing, and he realized he'd been had. But it was one of those classic moments of just, going, how can we do to kind of mess with this guy? A more seasoned writer would have jumped right all over it. But, this was a new writer, and they were just so excited about this and probably didn't know. They were thrilled to be being covered, but not like this. So that was a great moment. But it just suddenly came to me after hearing the lyric on Carmelita there. So I'm going to wish everybody a great day. I'm going to go take care of a couple of errands and then get ready for this 2 o'clock. I'm going to sneak in on Denny Tedesco and cause him lots of grief on his Zoom call, which is what I do best. And I'm going to wish everybody, have a great weekend. I mean, I'll be back tomorrow and Sunday, but if you don't make it back, have a great weekend. Stay safe. God, please stay safe. It's so frightening here. It's hard to really fathom what's really going on. But I'm going to just do these couple of little things I have to do, and they're not putting me any harm's way. And then I'm going to get right back to the house and take the boys for a walk later on this afternoon. It's heating up But it's supposed to start cooling off, I think, beginning of the week again. You know, I look at parts of the country all snowed in and stuff, and it was like 85 degrees here. It's just like it's crazy. So stay safe. Have a great weekend. And and next Tuesday will be our next live stream. So put that in the book for all of you there. And that's about it. So just take good care, and I'm out of here. So bye-bye.